Nelson Mandela has this quote, "In life I don't lose, I only win or learn." Like if people can realize, like so many people think like they've lost, but like if you just pull one piece of information that's good, whether it's a different perspective, extracting knowledge, a different way to go about life, a different way to not fall on your face, like that's winning. And so if I just want people to realize like they have everything inside of them to do whatever they need to do. Over the 23 years of my life, I've realized that it's not this physical body. People can see me on the street and be like, wow, look how disabled that guy is. And I'm like, have you seen your mindset? Like, have you seen the way you operate? Like, have you seen the way that you react to situations, that you're pissed off in traffic, that you think the world is happening to you? Like, I'm not disabled, like you're handicapped. And to let people know that like the biggest and baddest people are handicapped and crippled by the limiting beliefs, the things that they tell themselves. And that's why I say the biggest disability is a bad mindset. It's not this body. And so that's how I want to shift people's perspective, is realizing like, man, this guy's got no legs and one arm, but he's doing all these amazing things, and letting people know like you have everything inside of you to do whatever you need, but you need to get this right. Your operating system, your computer system, through the simulation that we live in, whatever it may be. Let's be real. How are you gonna become an athlete, let alone a wrestler? And Tom, my whole life, there was always that the other people putting limiting beliefs on me, or putting their limits on me. Like from the moment I was born, the doctors handed over a list to my parents who were like, Mr. and Mrs. Santonastasso, your son survived this super crazy thing, but here's all the things he won't be able to do. And my parents threw that list out, and they weren't gonna let other people put limitations on me. And so they always just were firm believers, like, Nick, you can do whatever you want. Your mindset is the biggest superpower, and they always engraved that into me. And so, I told these people, I said, you're right, I'm not gonna become a wrestler, I'm gonna be a varsity wrestler, and you're kinda gonna watch, and I'm gonna try my best. And that was always my thing, is like, as long as I try my best, as long as I attempt it, then, that's not failing. Because there's a lot of people in life, whether it's in their personal life or in their business life, and they sit on the sideline and they're like, man, I don't have the resources, I can't build a business. Or I'm not old enough, I don't have the knowledge. Or I'm too old that I can't build a business. And I always tell people, I'd much rather be in the trenches. I'd much rather be on the field than sitting on the sideline wasting time and thinking, man, I can't do that. So my whole view of life is like, I would try everything. My thing is like, why not? I'm just gonna try everything. And put me on the Today Show when I was 13, and I told Ann Curry, and I was like, in my squeaky voice, I was like, failure is your best friend, and you learn by falling on your face and getting back up. And I've learned that just through life in itself. Like I said, whether it was getting on a chair, or whether it was trying to put my clothes on or feed myself, everything was challenging at first. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say I was perfect at everything, like I just figured out my way. No, like things were hard, and so that was always my mindset of like, things are gonna be hard, but like, I'm going to learn from me falling on my face. Like I'm gonna pick up and say, what can I do differently so I don't fall on my face next? And so with going into wrestling, I'm very competitive. Like I'm a competitive person, and I don't want people to hold back on me. I never wanted the people to hold back on me. If I was gonna lose, I was gonna lose like a champion, right? And so, I told and it was easier because it was my best friends, but I was like, guys, like, please don't hold back on me. I don't want you to feel bad. Like, my arm's all good. Like, we can beat everything up. Like, just do what you need to do. The impact I want to have in the world, right? The echo, like some people have, echoes that last a couple weeks and months. Like, I want, when I die, I just want people to be like, man, that guy gave everything he could for other people. Like, he just laid it out all on the line. Like, just gave everything he could, and showed people that he was right, that the biggest disability is a bad mindset, and that when I pass, like, I just want people to continuously be the victors of their life and realize that life is all about perspective. The lens we look through, like, you can have that victim, you can look at things and be the victim, or you can look at things and see all the positive in the world. And the fact that we're literally spinning on a rock in the universe. Well, we call it the universe, we don't really know what it is, but we're literally spinning on a rock right now, and we have the ability to be conscious and experience the human experience, which is wild. Like, we're actually alive, and like right now as we're talking, like, we can't feel the blood that's rushing through our left ear right now, because that's just life. Like, life is absolutely wild. And when people, I always say, if people can just reflect like at least once a day on the fact that like we're on this rock and it's spinning around and we don't really know what's going on, but we're here, like, you'd be a little less, you'd be hesitant to complain about traffic or the fact that your leg hurts, because something else in the grand scheme of the universe is going on that's way worse than what you have going on. Even me, a man with no legs and one arm, I ain't got no problems.